Manchester United are aiming to maintain their positive recent form as they travel to FC Twente in the Europa League on Thursday. It's been a productive week for Erik Ten Hag and his squad, having convincingly dispatched Southampton and Barnsley with scores of 3-0 and 7-0, respectively. The atmosphere at Carrington has been further lifted following the return of key players Rasmus Hojlund and Mason Mount to training after their injuries. Hojlund has yet to feature in a competitive match this season due to a hamstring injury he sustained during the club's preseason tour in the United States. Meanwhile, Mason Mount has been sidelined since the Brighton match 4 weeks ago due to a muscle injury. Both players' returns are a significant boost for United as they prepare for a busy schedule ahead. United will be targeting a third straight win in all competitions when they face FC Twente. However, they have struggled against this Dutch side in recent years, particularly at their home ground. The Reds have won just one of their last 5 visits and suffered a heavy 4-0 defeat during their previous encounter in May. Despite this challenging history, the team is optimistic about their chances, especially with the reinforcements of Hojlund and Mount back in training. Here's the latest on the injury front ahead of the trip to the Netherlands. Lenny Yoro is recovering from a fractured metatarsal. The young defender, who joined United from Lille in July, suffered the injury during the opening game of the club's preseason tour. He underwent surgery and was initially predicted to be out for up to 3 months. However, recent reports indicate that he is recovering well and is already walking without crutches, potentially eyeing a return in November. Victor Lindelof has not featured for United since he was taken off at halftime during a preseason friendly against Liverpool. Ten Hag had expressed hope for a quick return for Lindelof, but he remains unavailable for selection, and his return date is still unclear. The Swedish defender's absence has left a gap in United's backline that needs addressing as they prepare for Twente. Luke Shaw was announced to miss the start of the season due to a calf issue just 3 days before United's Premier League opener against Fulham. It was hoped he would be available after the international break, but subsequent matches against Southampton and Barnsley came too soon for him. Ten Hag mentioned that Shaw is progressing but not yet ready for selection, with no set return date currently available. Tyrell Malacia has not played since the final day of last season due to a knee injury. He has been diligently working on his rehabilitation program, and Ten Hag indicated that he could be back in contention within a couple of months. Recent footage showing Malacia stepping up his recovery efforts in the gym suggests he is edging closer to making his long-awaited comeback. Mason Mount, meanwhile, was pictured participating in first-team training at Carrington on Wednesday, highlighting his progress from a muscle injury sustained during the match against Brighton last month. Ten Hag confirmed that Mount could be included in the squad for Thursday's match against FC Twente, with a final decision expected closer to kickoff. Rasmus Hojlund, who has been sidelined since United's opening preseason game with a hamstring injury, was also back in training this week. Initially expected to miss 6 weeks, Hojlund's return adds depth to United's attacking options as they prepare for FC Twente. Overall, Manchester United's injury situation is improving just in time for their match against FC Twente. The return of key players like Hojlund and Mount provides much-needed depth for Ten